All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the SGPN Fantasy Football Podcast on the Sportsland Podcast Network, presented to you by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. If you sign up today, you bet $100, you're going to get $100 back at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. State restrictions apply. Again, this is our rookie series. We are going through our top receivers in the draft. We got our quarterbacks and running backs on the YouTube. Go to SGPN Fantasy Football, or you can check out our podcast. We're also releasing this and other content, SGPN Fantasy Football. And again, appreciate any likes, subscribes, and reviews. So let's talk about Mr. Josh Downs.
All right, Josh Downs. I feel like a broken record. 5'10", 175. 175 is like the go-to weight for the 2023 NFL wide receiver class. But look, this is another guy that the NFL mock draft database has projected kind of as a late first-round pick. And we'll go over that here in a little bit. But look, Downs was that offense for the UNC Tar Heels the last couple years, really. Watching the tape, he reminds us of guys like Jahan Dotson, really good hands. We love the guy. And Tyler Lockett as one of those guys that you see in the NFL currently with some years under his belt. He is that smaller kind of player, like we said, 5'10", 175, and likely going to be relegated to some of those slot snaps. But if you look, he broke out at that early age. We talked about sophomore seasons. We like to see that sophomore season breakout, and you did with 101 catches, 1,300 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And he followed it up with an equally impressive year in 2022 with 94 catches, just over 1,000 yards, and 11 touchdowns. His dominator rating coming into the draft is at 34.6%. Again, we want to see above 30. Solid number for us. So, Dave, give us 3 pros, 3 cons, and your player comp for Josh Downs.
Yeah, you look at the player comps, and you can easily see what some of the pros are going to be. Speed, quickness, toughness. These are not big guys, but they absolutely are fearless. I love the speed, love the quickness. These guys are quick in and out of routes. You got the long ball speed. You can see right there where he's averaging 17 yards a catch right off the bat, 13.2, 11. And then these guys can be this guy can be a target hog. 101 catches, 94 catches. At that size, being able to do that is extremely impressive. And you look at some of the things talked about with Jahan Dotson and Tyler Lockett. This guy is fearless going over the middle of the field. He's fearless in the red zone. When you look at a guy like that, you want to see his play strength, and you have no concerns at all with Josh Downs. Some of his cons, there are some concentration drops and things like that, more deep down the field, and so he's got to clean those up. As far as his size, just like the other guys, you're going to probably relegate him to slot duty or at least pigeonhole him into that right off the bat. At 5'10", 175, he's not going to be bullying receivers or jumping over them and catching balls over their head like DK Metcalf. So you're going to have, you're not going to have, he's not going to look like a wide receiver one. And so hopefully he can develop into that. And we'll see at the combine if he puts on a little bit of weight. Press coverage, just like a lot of these guys, he's not played against press coverage that often. And that's part of that is these guys playing all in the slot. You don't see a lot of press in the slot. You see it on the outsides. So he's going to see that in the NFL more often. And he struggled against that. It looked pretty bad when he played against that. Again, he's a smaller guy. He got roughed up a little bit. He was getting knocked off routes. He was getting pressed at the line. And, that's going to be an issue he's going to have to work on as he translates into the NFL. So let's look at him and where he compares to the rest of the group. Again, this is NFL Mock Draft Database, and they have him right up there with the top guys at the number 5 spot. He's on the cusp of being a first-rounder. Reminder, there's only 31 picks in the NFL draft this year because the Miami Dolphins were stripped of their first-round pick. When you look at where he's projected to go, it's right there at the end of the first round, and he's moving up the board. some of the teams that are projected to get him, or people are projecting to get him, the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs, the New York Giants, the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, Cowboys, Giants, and the Chargers. Any of those spots, I'd be extremely excited. Very similar player to a Wan'Dale Robinson, so having him and Wan'Dale together would be interesting. Stephon Diggs, pairing him up. They need a slot receiver over there. You saw Cole Beasley was out. Khalil Shakur is a absolute fun player that you want to try to buy low on, but I wouldn't pay too much, because you could see a player like Josh Downs or one of these other guys head over there and take that slot duty. They've struggled since Cole Beasley's gotten a little bit older. They've struggled to fill that role. And so if they bring someone in like a Downs in the first or second round, it'd be bad for Shakur, and it'd be very, very good for Josh Downs pairing up with Josh Allen. And then Kansas City Chiefs, they got a bunch of players leaving. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, they could easily move on from him and save some money. Juju's a free agent next year. It's pretty much just Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney on the roster. So you could definitely see the Kansas City Chiefs go and get some weapons for Patrick Mahomes to add to that group. Well, let us know what you guys think about this episode. Make sure you check out the other episodes. Again, please like, subscribe, drop us a review. And as always, good luck this season.
Cheers.